Okay, thank you so much. So, Kamma and Rebirth is a popular topic. If you type Google online, so you will find so many Dhamma talks taught by many well-known monks and nuns, and also lay people. So when I was invited by Dhammācariya, so she, Mrs. Lewitt, so she told me which topic I want to talk. So when I proposed this topic, because this topic haven't taught yet for this CD, so I suggested this topic. And actually, the way I do is I will explain one part. Normally, I invite if there are any question from the audience, so that you will have a close, how to say, if you ask question at the at the end of Dhamma talk, it will be too distant for you. And I would invite you to ask questions after covering some topic, so that you can make a. Of course, answering question is not easy. So regarding with your question, if my answer is not satisfactory, I want to request to understand. Okay, so Kamma and Rebirth. So first of all, I will talk about Kamma. Then I will talk about Rebirth. So we will have 4 lessons. So first of all, we need to know what is Kamma. What is Kamma? The word Kamma is Pali. It literally means action. Sometimes we translate as a deed, or even you can translate as a walk. So it is spelled in Sanskrit as a Kamma. Kamma. Actually, many of you know the word Kamma. So it can be found even in the English dictionary, because it is a well-known one, Kamma. But now I use the word Kamma because what I've been talking is from Theravada point of view, Theravada Pali canon. So therefore, I will use Pali word, Kamma. But the moment I explain Kamma, so you must understand it's a similar meaning with the Kamma, Sanskrit. It means action or deed. Good action, bad action, good deed, bad deed, like that. So here we can see some of the examples. The Kamma, farming work. As a farmer, they do Kamma. And Kamma, the thought showing respect to someone. Now you pay respect to the monks. So that is the Kamma. Kamma is a Pali word. Another one is the Dhammācariya. Dhammācariya is the one who do something. We can translate as a walker. Dhammācariya. So that means here, what is Kamma? Kamma literally means action. Whatever you do, whatever action you do. So that is called Kamma. Now, want to talk about the accurate Buddhist definition of Kamma. Kamma is the volition. In other words, motivation behind our actions. So here, actions and motivation behind our action is different, different. According to Buddhist definition of karma, every action is not called karma. So according to Buddhism, motivation behind your action. Sometimes the way we do, even though our action is the same, but depends on our motivation or volition in our mind, it becomes different. Suppose you are talking to your children, sometimes yelling at them, scolding them, by using very strong accent. But such type of action, father action, it's called karma. But karma here is the motivation or volition behind that father actions. The way you talk to your children is very strong. You are shouting to your children with the anger. Sometimes you are shouting your children with the anger. Sometimes you are shouting your children with the loving kindness. So your children is doing something harmful, or the way your children is doing is dangerous for his future. Then you're trying to tell him or her not to do that. Sometimes the children will not listen to you. In those occasions, you love your children, so therefore you shout by using very strong tone. Don't do that. Don't go like that. And there is a compassion. There is a compassion, loving kind behind your question, behind your action. So therefore, you see, according to Buddhist definition of karma, every action is not karma. The volition behind our action. Sometimes the way you do is the same, but the volition behind may be different according to timing, according to circumstances. Suppose I will give you another example. Suppose you're pushing. Somebody is standing near the railway line. So the train is coming. Then you push somebody in front of you. So you put that person thinking that he will be killed with a train crash. So here, action, your motivation behind your action, volition your action is anger. Then you are going to Amati station with your friend. So there's no trains. The platform and railway station is not very high. So you want to tease your friend. Then you push your friend. So there's no anger. You just want to tease your friend. So here, the pushing a person is the same. The action is the same. The motivation behind your action is different. So therefore, according to Buddhism, every karma is not a karma. Every action is not a karma. So karma here is the volition or motivation behind your action. Sometimes you do with the anger, sometimes you do with the compassion. Sometimes you are talking to sometimes you're talking to somebody with the lobha. Sometimes you're talking to somebody with the compassion, with the generosity, like that. So actually talking is the same, but the volition or motivation behind your action is different. So therefore, according to Buddhist definition of karma, every action is not a karma. So motivation or volition behind your action, that's called karma. So therefore, in Nipitaka Sutta, the Buddha said that it is a well-known statement taught by the Buddha. It is volition bhikkhus or motivation bhikkhus that I call karma. For having will or having motivated, one acts by body, speech, or mind. So actually we have a motivation. In our action, bodily action, and verbal action, by way of speech, and mental action. So there is a volition or motivation that is karma. Not every action is called karma. Because in Jainism in India, so according to them, every action is called karma. Every action is called karma. Sometimes you may kill one insect intentionally. Desire to kill, desire to harm an insect. So that intention, motivation behind your action is called karma, according to Buddhism. But sometimes you may kill or harm an insect without any intention. You are in a hurry, then you kill an insect on the way, then you don't have any intention to kill. Then such type of killing is not called karma, according to Buddhism. Then I will give you another action, another example. Then you saw a wallet. Somebody left wallet, or so suppose harmful. Then you in your mind you want to steal it. You want to take it. Then that is stealing. It is stealing. So there is a harmful in the room. So it belonged to your friend. Then you take that harmful with your hand without any intention to steal. So actually, taking the harmful is the same. This is a bodily action, you do with your body. You take harmful of somebody with the intention to steal. So that is a stealing unwholesome karma. Then you take harmful or your friend, thinking that you want to make sure that to keep it safe. So you worry that somebody will steal your friend's handful. So therefore you take it and you keep it somewhere. So actually taking the handful is the same. The motivation, intention behind your action is different. So therefore, one time, Venerable Ananda was after taking a shower, and he wear the rope or other monk, thinking that it is his one. Then somebody, another monk came. Oh, you are taking my rope. You're wearing my rope. It is not yours. You are stealing. And Venerable Ananda said that, sorry that I didn't know. And I thought that this is my rope. So therefore I wear. So here, the volition or motivation behind the actions of Venerable Ananda. So he wear the rope or another person, thinking that it is his one. So the volition is not, the volition or motivation behind his action. No? There's no desire to steal. Suppose another monk, so thinking that this rope, this cloth is very, very good, very nice. Then you take it and you wear it. So there is intention to steal, intention to steal. You were thinking that this belongs to another person. This cloth belongs to another person. Then you take it, then you wear it, you use it. So there is motivation to steal. So actually here, taking the rope, taking the cloth, the same, but different motivation. So therefore, the Buddha said that there is volition or motivation behind our action. That's called karma. Not every action is called karma. That's very important. Sometimes you may use the property of your friend. Expensive one. So there may be two volition, two type of volition. One, you think that he is my close friend. If I use his car, if I use his phone, his computer, he will not mind. So actually your motivation, your volition, your thinking is this computer, this car belong to my friend. If I use it, my friend may not say anything. Another one, you use handphone, you use computer or car. So if you have intention of stealing in your mind, so that is a bad motivation. So here, your action is the same. You're using the same materials, the same property. But when you are using, thinking that this is my close friend, he will not mind. But another state of mind, you are using his belongings or something. Suppose you're driving highway using his car. You think that if you drive your own car, so you need to spend for petrol. If you drive your friend's car, then you don't need to spend petrol. There is, intention, motivation behind your action. So here, driving your friend's car, the same. But if you think that if I drive your friend's car, you will not mind. There is no intention, there is no bad intention behind your action. But if you think that even though you have your car, you park in the parking, then you use your friend's car. It is allowed. Suppose you are driving to Malaysia. So they will, by driving your friend's car, so you don't need to spend for the petrol. So, but if you have such bad intention, that will be bad karma. So here, what I want to say is, there will be the same action, but depending on your motivation. So you will suppose maybe I will give you a different example when I'm talking. So therefore, karma is not an energy or force in the universe or somewhere else that exists outside of your outside of an individual. So karma is not an energy in the universe, nor a force that exists somewhere. Rather, the karma is an aspect of the mind. You are motivation. You are thinking. Your intention. That's called karma. It is a psychological mechanism. It's not, according to Buddhism, it's not a just action. It is psychological mechanism. Psychological mechanism behind your action. It is the way the mind works. You shout, you are cheering with anger. Anger is not good. Sometimes you need to shout, you are cheering, thinking that the way he do is dangerous. Based on compassion, you have left to your children. Because of that, you are shouting, you are threatening, you are using very unpleasant speeches. So, especially the action, or bodily, or verbal, or action is not a karma. According to Buddhist definition, it's a motivation behind your action. That's karma. So normally, as a Buddhist, normally we think that karma is somewhere. Karma is it somewhere, or near you, or karma is some energy that exists in the universe or somewhere else. It's not so. Karma is an aspect of your mind. So we call it motivation behind your actions. If motivation is good, that will be good karma. If motivation is bad karma. The same actions, the same speech. Normally we give one example. There is the soldiers. So they capture and their enemy, and the leader, commander-in-chief, may tell the soldier, let him rest, let him take a rest. The way he talks is very polite, very soft. Let him take a rest. Then actually the soldier, they know that They have to kill their enemy. So let him take a rest. The way he talks very soft, very pleasant, and very polite. But it me, kill that soldier, kill that person. So that means actually, even though he's very polite, very gentle, very soothing, but the intention, intention in his mind must kill the person. So therefore, even though he is talking in pleasant way, the motivation behind his action, behind his talk, is bad. Come from anger, must kill the person. So therefore, Kamma is a psychological mechanism that lies behind our action, So therefore, in the Dhammācariya, the first part in Dhammācariya said that mind is forerunner of all phenomena. Mind is forerunner of everything. Mind is the chief. They are my mate. Now our Dhamma program is our Dhamma program will take 2 hours. 2 hours normally, including puja. Sitting 2 hours, it's not really easy, not easy. Because of the mind. You come and listen to the Dhamma talk. Not really easy, especially when you're young. When the parents are asking you to listen to the Dhamma talk, you may not be able to sit down. Now you came here, listen to Dhamma talk, out of your own way, because of your mind. You decided to listen to the Dhamma talk. So therefore you can sit down for 2 hours. So for many people, taking meditation is not easy for many people. To sit down even for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, not easy. For serious meditator, they can sit down for many hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, the whole day. Mind is forerunner of everything. Mind is the chief, they are my mate. So therefore, in Buddhism, emphasize the importance of the mind. So here you can see that the Buddha said mind is forerunner of everything. So therefore, when we talk about karma or psychological mechanism behind our action, we call it motivation. If one speaks or acts with the wicked mind, bad mind, because of that, suffering follows one. The problem follows one. If you're talking, if you're acting with a bad mind, because of such action, suffering follows one. Just as the wheel follows the hoof prints of the ox that draw the cart. When the ox is drawing the cart, the wheel will follow the hoof prints of the ox. So just like that. So if you are talking, if you are acting with the wicked mind, bad mind, suffering, the problem will follow you. So this is fundamental, one of the important teachings of the Buddha. Mind is forerunner of everything. If you're talking with the bad mind, with anger, greedy mind, jealous mind, I think, then suffering or the problem will follow you. So that is a this talk about karma. This talk about karma. So we have 3 types of karma. Mente karma, mente action. So actually, it arises in your mind. So based on that mind, so you will talk unwholesome speeches, bad speeches, just like a gossip, slandering, divisive speeches, like that. And also you will act with your body. So you will harm sentient beings. You will steal. You will commit adultery, like that. So that is karma. So here, so therefore mind is forerunner. Therefore the Buddha said that the motivation or volition behind our action is called karma. So we have 3 types of karma. 3 types of karma. Mental karma, mental action, foul action, and bodily action. So we'll go one by one. This statement is famous. So this is the first verse from Dhammācariya. Second one is similar one, but quite opposite. Mind is forerunner of all phenomena. Mind is the chief, their mind mate. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, a good mind, because of that, happiness follows him. Happiness follows him. Like a shadow that never leaves him. So when you go out, the shadow will follow you. When you're talking, when you're speaking, when you're doing with your body, with a pure mind, a good mind, like a loving kindness, generosity, sympathy, like that, then happiness will follow you. Happiness will follow you. So you are speaking unpleasant speeches, divisive speeches, because of bad or wicked mind, bad mind. You're talking, you're friendly, the way you talk is very pleasant, very polite, because of a pure mind, a good mind, good mind. And also the way you treat other people with your body, you show respect to other people. And you give away your seat on the Amari train because of compassion and sympathy, like that. So this is a good karma, good karma. Earlier one is a bad karma, unwholesome karma. In Pali, we call it akusala karma. But this one is a wholesome karma, kusala karma. So you do it with a pure mind. So therefore, wholesome karma or unwholesome karma depend on your mental state. If your mental state is pure, good, then the way you do, the way you talk will be good. And you accumulate good karma. If you're doing if you have a bad mind, wicked mind, impure mind, then you'll be a lot of thinking to deceive other people, to harm other people, a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy, a lot of stinginess, like that. And because of that, the way you talk, the way you behave with your body will be different. That will be a wholesome karma. So therefore, not every action is called karma according to Buddhism. So the karma is decided based on motivation or will behind our action. Okay. Any question up to now? Any question up to now? So now this is my definition of karma according to Pali Canon, according to teachings of the Buddha.
Anyone have any question can just unmute and ask Bhante.
Nobody. Okay. No question. Let's continue. So we have two types of karma. Two types of karma. Patthana. The 7 Abhidhamma texts mention two types of Patthana. Patthana is very thick book. So we will find Patthana is the last Abhidhamma text. 5 volume like this. 5 volume like this. So it talk about causality because of this that happened. Patthana talk about karma, two types of karma. Number 1, very easy one actually, even though I quote what the Patthana say, very big book say, very easy. Number 1, past karma. Past karma. Of course, Patthana use how to say technical term. Technical term, we call it asynchronous karma. Asynchronous karma that arises in different timing. Simply, it's called past karma. So we have our past karma. Some karmas are good, some are not. Good and bad past karma create good and bad reset. Simple theory. But regarding with the karma, it's easy to say. If you're talking based on impure mind, wicked mind, that's a bad karma. If you're talking based on pure mind, a good mind, like a compassion, that will be a good karma. Regarding with the karma, it's easy to say. But regarding with the reset of karma, very complicated. So later I will discuss a little bit detail because if you do not understand some of the theory, you may have a misunderstanding about karma. So we, even as a Buddhist, we have a lot of misunderstanding regarding with the karma. So in this series of talk, I will focus on all these misconceptions about karma. So here, of course, theory is very simple. If you do good, you will have a good reset. If you do bad things, you will have a bad reset. This is a simple theory. But there are other additional theory, additional supporting factors. Sometimes, even though you are trying hard, you do not pass your exam. Even though you're trying hard, you do not get your job. You do not get your job like that. Even though you try hard, your business is not good. But there are other conditions. So we have to understand, from different dimensions regarding with the reset. So yeah, we have a past karma. If your past karma is good, so you have a good reset. Some people are beautiful, some are handsome, because they have a good karma. In their past. They created a good karma in their past. Some are rich the moment they were born. They were born in a big house, rich house, because of their past karma. Some people, they are poor the moment they were born. They try hard. Later they become rich. So yeah, there are a lot of factors. But we are talking about past karma. Some people are beautiful, some are rich, some are poor, some are ugly because of their past karma. But not just bad karma. not just past karma alone will decide. So there are other conditions to decide the result of karma. So later I want to discuss about this. So here, so we have past karma. Because of past karma, we are different. We are different according to Buddhism. Some are beautiful, some are ugly, some are rich, some are poor, some are intelligent, some are not. Because of their past karma. Past karma. Another one is present karma. Normally people forget about present karma. Present karma. It is a present motivation, condition for arising mental and physical phenomena. Because of past karma, you are ugly. You are ugly, not beautiful, not beautiful. Then you do plastic surgery. Then you become beautiful, beautiful. That is a present karma. That's a present karma. You can change your past karma, by acting present karma. You are poor the moment you were born. You can try hard to accumulate a lot of wealth. That's a present karma. Present karma. You are not intelligent. You're not intelligent compared to your friends. Compared to your friends. So your friends can memorize their lessons easily. For you, you cannot. You need to make a lot of effort. A lot of effort. Taking a lot of effort to memorize your lessons, present karma. Present karma. So your memory is not good as your friend. That is your past karma. Your past karma. So you trying to make a lot of effort to study your lessons, to pass your exam, to get a job. So really taking a lot of effort. And that is a present karma. Present karma. Present action. Present action. Because of that, you pass your exam like your friend. You get a job like your friend. Normally, intelligent people, so they're lazy. They're lazy. They do not study well. They do not trying to get a good job. They're lazy. So those who are, even though they are not intelligent, they make a lot of effort. In that way, then they can become even higher than your friend who are intelligent. So therefore, past karma is important. It will decide whether you are intelligent or not, whether you're poor or rich, whether you are equal mind or equal mind. But you can make an effort. You can make an effort, present effort, present karma. That's very important. Very important. So, as a Buddhist, we must know that we have a past karma. Because of that, we are here. But if you are not doing present karma in a better way, so I think your good karma, your good past karma will be in vain. So therefore, present karma also very important. To become, if you want to become a true Buddhist, a good Buddhist, you must have a faith in the triple chain, and you must have right view about the ownership of karma. The ownership of karma. If you want to become, if you want to be, so up to now any question, because I talk about two type of karma. If you have a question, then you ask?
Bhante, I have a question.
Okay.
Just hold on, I put it. Okay, Bhante, can I ask you, is a person's character or their mental state, their current mental state, is a result of a karma? Let's say, for example, a selfish person, a wicked person in nature, he's just wicked, he's just selfish, or a person who has who are emotionally weak or have strong attachment to certain things. Is it a result of a karma?
Yeah, we can say so. Generally, result of our past karma. Some are, we will give you an easier example. Some are angry type. You know, the moment they were born, the whole life they are angry. They are angry when somebody says something a little bit, even a little bit. But some people are very kind, very sympathetic to other people. So here is a two different people. One angry type, another one concentrate and sympathetic person, very calm person. So those are result of past karma. The result of past karma. You can see among your friends, right? Some are very kind, sympathetic, and some are not. Some are very hostile, angry type. So that is a past karma. But so actually, I met one of the very calm, very very kind Buddhist monk. So I stay with him for 1 week, very closely. I didn't see any traces of anger or dislike or irritation. Very calm, wherever he say. But he talked to me when he was young. He used to be very angry person, hostile person. He doesn't like this. He didn't like this one, this person, this one, like that. Always angry. Actually, genetically or because of his past karma, he became angry person. So his mind is influenced by anger. But later he practiced mindfulness meditation. He trying to be mindful wherever the moment he talk, the moment he uses bodily actions. Because of continual practice of mindfulness, we cannot see his anger. So that means, if we look at that person, it looks like he's very kind, no anger at all. But there is a, how to say, we call it genetically. He was born with a little bit of anger. He has the nature of anger genetically. That is because of past karma. So he trying to practice mindfulness as a present karma. So therefore, even though we don't have a good past karma, by trying to do a good present karma, we can change. So we can look at the example of meditation master. Stay within for 1 week, the same place, and also talking within for many times, many hours, walking together. So he's very kind, very calm. Even though he is talking things that he doesn't like, he never show his anger. So that means because of mindfulness, with the power of mindfulness, anger cannot come in. According to Buddhism, Buddhist psychology, one state of mind can arise at a time. Two mind movement cannot arise in one time. So when there is mindfulness, anger cannot come in. Anger cannot come in. So the continuous mindfulness, by doing continuous mindfulness, the original anger, genetic anger cannot come in. So therefore, we Buddhists promote meditation. Meditation means developing mindfulness. We're trying to develop mindfulness. So we're trying to do continuous mindfulness. So in that way, our bad mental state cannot come in. Of course, we were born with such negative mental state, like a selfishness. Some people are very selfish. Some are with a wicked mind. But by practicing mindfulness, if those people practice mindfulness, then they are mindful. If selfish mental state arises in their mind, they know right away. Then they try to be mindful. Knowing selfishness, that's called wisdom. Then if that person practices mindfulness and wisdom, so negative mental state cannot come in. Of course, there's a best one. We can try to drive them away by practicing, by doing a good present karma.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Now we talk about karma. If you want to become a good Buddhist, you must have a faith in the triple gene, and also you must have a faith. You must have a right view about the ownership of karma. Ownership of karma. That's very important one. We call it Dhammācariya samadhi. Dhammācariya samadhi. Ownership for their karma. We normally say beings are owner of their own karma. Their own karma. So I will quote one sutta from Majjhima Nikaya. The Buddha said that beings are owner of their own karma. Kamaskata satta. So you do good things, you have a good result. You do bad things, you have a bad result. Heir of their karma. They have karma as their origin. We were born here. As I earlier said, that some are beautiful, some are ugly, some are intelligent, some are not. So that is because of their past karma. They are owner of their own karma. If you're good to your friend also will be good to you. But you need to do it continuously. If you are doing good to your friend for some time, but most of the time you're not good, then also your good karma will not create a good result. Karma as their relatives. Karma as their result. Actually here, I want to highlight this one. It is karma or action that distinguish beings as inferior, superior, intelligent, dark, rich and poor, like that. So it is the karma that distinguishes beings. Some people try hard to make money, then they become rich. That is their karma. So they try hard to make money. Some people try hard to get a higher degree, degree. They make a lot of effort. They concentrate on education. Then they become, higher degree holder. So ultimately, the actions distinguish people. So therefore, if you want to become a good Buddhist, you must have a right view of understanding the ownership of karma. So if you do good, if you are kind, compassionate, generous, right now, if you are doing such a good deed all the time, you will have a good result. If you are treating people in a bad way, like cheating, lying, and also bullying, such type of unwholesome action will create suffering in your life. So therefore, people who are helping other people are happy. So this is one way of finding happiness. If you're helping other people without selfish mind, the pure compassion, if you're helping other people, then you will find happiness in your life. So that means karma, our karma, whether you're good or bad. So we decide you are your future. So there are two types of karma. Best karma, you cannot do anything. But by doing a good karma at this present moment, you can influence. You are best karma. If your best karma is good, by doing good things at this particular moment, at this present moment, you are a good karma in the past will create more, bigger and a better result. So karma action will distinguish beings. Some are inferior, some are superior. It depends on their karma. So karma is two types. Some people are intelligent because of their past karma. Then they add more effort. Then they become, more and more better and better. So here, what is karma? Basically, we have a 10 unwholesome karma. When we talk about unwholesome and bad karma, we have a 10 type of unwholesome bad karma. And also opposite one is 10 wholesome karma. So 10 unwholesome, opposite 10 wholesome. So in the Pali Canon, the Buddha normally mention what is wholesome karma, wholesome action, what is unwholesome action. So by looking at all these one, so you will know what is wholesome and what is unwholesome. Then we call it 10 causes of unwholesome karma. 10 causes of unwholesome karma. So if you have a 10 type of causes, or 10 part, we can read 10 part of unwholesome karma. If you are doing 10 type, so you will have a unwholesome karma. So I think most of you already know that. So as I have 4 weeks to explain about karma, I will also discuss about these 10 causes of unwholesome karma. So we have three bodily action. So ahosan karma that you do with your body. Number one, destroying life. Panadipana. We are even before Dhamma talk, you chant Panadipata Viramani, right? Destroying life or killing. Simply is killing. Number two is taking what is not given. Taking what is not given. Taking what is not given. Stealing. Number three is engaging in sexual misconduct. Engaging in sexual misconduct. So these are three hours and actions that you do with your body. So therefore we call it bodily actions. So these three things, killing, stealing, engaging in sexual misconduct, you do with the body, generally. Sometimes you do with your speech. You do with your speech. You kill the person. You tell. So you are a person to kill. So that is a killing. Even though you're talking with the mouth, it is considered as a bodily action. Sometimes you do not steal yourself, but you told your staff to steal, like a deceiving customers like that. You do not deceive your customer yourself, but you tell your staff to do that. Even though you use your mouth, it is considered as a stealing, bodily action. So we have three types of bodily action and 4 verbal action. Later I will discuss in detail. We have 4 unwholesome karma that we use by using our speech. Number 1, speaking falsehood, telling lie, musavara. Number 2, speaking divisive speeches. Number 3, speaking harshly. You use unpleasant speeches. You are very rude. Frusavacha. Number 4, indulging in idle chatter. Or nonsense talk. So these are the verbal actions that you do with your mouth. So therefore we call it 4 verbal actions. So these are generally occur through the door of the speech. Sometimes by using your physical body, you tell lie. Suppose your friend asks you whether you take something, and you nod your head. You're not talking anything, you know. You just nod your head. So that means you don't take it. And you can tell lie by using your body. Even though you use your body, but we still consider as a verbal action. Sometimes you use body language to insult other people. Like this. Sorry, you know, there's just showing that if you show like this, that is a verbal action, you know, verbal action. That means you use your body, you know, but still considered as a verbal actions. Because it's somehow connected with the speech. You are insulting, you know. You are insulting somebody like that. Another one is a mental action. We have 3 mental action. Number 1, you having full of longing, full of greedy mind. Number 2, having evil, having anger, hatred, japara. Number 3, holding wrong view. If you have a wrong view, there's also maintain unwholesome actions. So altogether, we will have a 10 causes of unwholesome karma. If you are doing these 10 type of actions, that's called unwholesome karma. Unwholesome karma. So these 3 are called mental actions because they arise in the mind without any bodily and moral intimation. They arise in the mind. So that is unwholesome karma. We call it 10 type of unwholesome karma. 10 type of unwholesome karma. So behind those actions, so there is a wicked mind, impure mind, bad mind. Because of that, you do such unwholesome actions. So then we will have a 10 wholesome karma, good karma. So if you abstain from 10 causes of unwholesome actions that we have discussed in earlier, that will be called 10 causes of wholesome karma. Opposite one, if you do not tell lie, that is wholesome. If you do not use harsh speeches, that is wholesome one. If you do not kill, if you do not steal, wholesome. So therefore, opposite one is called wholesome. 10 causes of wholesome karma. Wholesome karma. Okay. Any question for now? I think
Can I
no
ask?
question.
Oh, Sherry, you go first.
Yeah, Sherry, can you unmute? You can unmute and ask your question.
Okay. Hi, Bhante.
Yeah.
Hi, regarding because sometimes we have the situation where that certain people, so-called, we call them the enemy, or people that we don't have very good relationship, no matter how, whatever good thing that you've done, that it doesn't guarantee that the other person will also perceive it that way. Somehow that friction will happen. How do we do we stay away from them? Because sometimes these people could be very close to us, like related to our family. And, maybe their act and action causes a lot of unhappiness. I don't know whether you call this maybe the past karma. How do we actually deal with this situation so that we don't continue, this bad karma don't continue in the future life, like we hope that we won't see them in that light again, we don't want to see them as our enemy in future as well. But how do we make sure, in what way in our practice can we actually cut the link in that sense, without the condition for us to have this relationship move on to the next life or even future in this life, yeah.
Yeah, actually it happened to everybody. So we will have a unpleasant people around us. Everybody will meet it. Even the Buddha, The Buddha met with unpleasant people. The Buddha have to deal with this. Actually, the Buddha gave 5 methods. Of course, different method. In one sutta, the Buddha gave 5 methods. Number 1, metta, loving kindness. Not easy, very difficult to practice loving kindness toward your enemy, the one you unpleasant people. But here, metta here is sincere wish for the betterment of the person. Of course, sometimes we hate some people. Even though we hate, sometimes we may have a good mind. We don't have to harm such a person. We don't want to make any any trouble. And there are some occasions that is called loving kindness because of loving kindness in your compassion in your mind. So there are some occasions. But of course, if we can practice metta or karuna, compassion, loving kindness and compassion, the best. And number two is to practice equanimity, upekha, to practice equanimity. Even though he or she is saying unpleasant thing to you or behaving in a unpleasant way, so you trying not to be moved, because of his or her actions. This one also difficult. You need a lot of mindfulness, sati. You need a lot of concentration. Otherwise, you cannot balance your mind. So practicing equanimity or equanimous mind, also one way to deal with such people. So you try not to be, you try to balance your mind, control your emotion. That's one method. Another method is thinking about the ownership of karma, the one we learned, ownership of karma. All beings are owner of their own karma. He is talking to me in an unpleasant way. This is his karma, unwholesome karma. I will not respond the same way. If I respond the same way, that will be my karma. On your part, you try not to respond in a better way. We call it the ownership of karma. All beings are owner of their own karma. So now he is cheating me. He is bullying me. He make me angry. This is his karma. I will not respond the same way. The second method, third method. Then, so the last method is you try not to think about the past. Don't try to think about such past. Amanasika. We normally think such people in our mind. Try not to think about that past. Even though you think, you try not to think. So the image of the past normally comes to your mind. Then what you have to do is trying to stay away from such past. The last one. Stay away from that past. This will be the last one. So usually we have a different method. The main thing is if we have a metta in our mind, so there will be no person that we cannot deal with. Everybody will be your good friend, even though they are hostile to you. In the long run, they will understand. So they will become your good friend. That's not easy. If you cannot practice loving kindness, trying to practice upekha, equanimous mind, trying to balance your emotion, control your emotion. Then, if you cannot, then you think about karma, ownership of karma. He is doing unwholesome speech, actions to me. I will not respond the same thing. Then, the fourth method is trying not to think about such passing. If you cannot follow the rest of the four, then you try to stay away from such passing. The last method, The less matter is the best way, no? Okay.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Can I ask a
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if like we are not mindful and then like a not very wholesome thought arises, and then but
Sorry, which thought?
sorry, yeah, so if we are not very mindful and unwholesome thought arises, but we didn't act on the thought, so is that still considered as bad karma because there is some kind of intention, but just that we didn't act on the thought? Is that still?
Yeah, that is a mental outside actions. Mental outside actions. And you're trying to control, not to act verbally or with your body. That's good. It's just that the moment you do mentally, you're not mindful. But the moment those unskillful thought, unwholesome thought came in, you're mindful because of that you can control your mind. So that means unwholesome mental actions, but you can control power actions and bodily actions. Good.
Bhante.
Okay. So now we discuss about killing, because this one most body they know, but maybe something you may not notice. I will quote the original sutta that the Buddha talk about killing panatipada. So in many suttas, many places, the Buddha will say the same thing. Here, someone destroys life. Destroying life. Actually, here we have a lot of problem in the world, or fighting, a lot of fighting. So they're destroying a lot of sentient beings. He is murderous. So here, what I want to say is, killing is panatipada, not just killing. Here also murderous. If you are murderous, if you are bloody-handed, this is a how to say, bodily action, bodily actions. If you are bloody-handed, given to blows and violence. If you give a blow to somebody, if you are acting with the violence, merciless to living beings. So that is bodily unwholesome bodily actions, not just killing. It is including violence, harming other sentient beings. So that is called, how to say, killing. Then the Buddha talk about 3 types of killing. Actually, normally we think that if you take 5 precepts, so the first one is not to kill, not to kill. That means, according to this sutta, if you are harming to sentient beings, that's also you break your sila, you break your precept. Not just killing, but you need to observe not to harm sentient beings. So we have a 3 forms of killing. The Buddha said, number 1, destroying life, 1 save. You kill yourself. Number 2, you encourage others to destroy life. You encourage other people to kill. So this also considered as one form of killing. Number 3, approve of destruction of life. So here, approve of destruction of life. You approve. You agree. You agree. So that means in the parliament, if you are a parliament member of parliament, there is a decision to make to wage a war, to fight another country. Then you approve. You agree. So that is also a form of killing. So therefore, as a Buddhist monk, we are not allowed to do politics. We are not allowed to become member of parliament. Because in the parliament there will be a lot of matters, including killing. But if we approve, if we agree, certain base, so that involve killing, then that will be unwholesome for us as a Buddhist monk. So therefore, monks are not allowed to do politics, especially in running as a politician, to become a politician like that. Number 1, you kill yourself. Number 2, you encourage other people to kill. And number 3, you approve, you agree. So regarding with the killing, we have 5 factors, 5 things to think about killing. Number 1 is, thing that you kill must be sentient being, living being. Because in ancient India, people think that cutting the tree, cutting the grass is like a killing. The tree has a life, and the grass, they has a life. So therefore, if you cut the tree, if you cut the grass, you are killing a sentient being. So therefore, according to Buddhism, is cutting the tree, cutting the grass is not a killing. It's not a killing. Must be a sentient being. Number 2, knowing as a sentient being. You must know that this is sentient living being. So you cut, suppose you cut a branch or a tree. There is a living being. Living being is honestly living in that branch. You think that actually is sometimes the lizard, they have the same color with the branch, the same color with the tree. Thinking that this is the branch of the tree, then you cut. Then the lizard, right? Lizard who used to live in the trees. If the tree is green color, and he became green. If the tree is black color, he became black. Kind of lizard, right? Lizard. You see, thinking that it is a branch of the tree, then you cut. So the lizard is clear. But it is not a Kamma. It is not a Kamma because there's no motivation to kill. No motivation to kill. So here you must know that as a sentient being. Number 3, having the thought of killing. So here the thought of killing is motivation. This is the most important factors to commit killing. Making an effort, you make an effort. So here, if you have the thought of killing, that is mental unwholesome. If you make an effort, that is bodily unwholesome. Number 5, actual death of the being due to that effect. So here number 5. So that sentient being died because of your effect. So regarding with the killing, all these 5 factors must be complete. Must be complete. Make an effort, actual death of that sentient being due to your that effect. If being is not killed, of course it is unwholesome karma, unwholesome mental action, but it is not the cause of karma, the cause of karma, karmapata, the cause of karma. But it is stay unwholesome, wrongdoing, torture. Then we have a different type of killing, So if we study different type of killing, then you will know a little more about killing. Number one, killing by oneself. So you kill with your own hand. Number 2, commanding others to kill. You're telling others to kill. You are ordering to kill somebody. You are asking to kill somebody. That's also a type of killing. Number 3, killing by using mobile weapons such as spears, arrows. Then you kill by using arrow, thinking that you are not killing with your own hand. You just throw that arrow. No, not like that. So arrow is connected with the body, therefore it is one type of killing. Number 4, killing with the stationary devices such as traps and landmines. So if you are killing sentient being by using traps, that's also a type of killing. So if you're using landmines, somebody step on that, then they are exploded. Then that type of killing. So a few years ago, there were rats in our temple. Then the company come and give traps. But that trap does not kill. So if the rat go inside, the rat is not killed. Maybe they brain and they may throw them away. And number 5 is a magical formula. Some people may kill by using magic, black magic. And a psychic power, you kill by using your psychic power. Then you use your psychic power to kill somebody. It's also a type of killing. Okay, so these are the different type of killing. Any type, whatever type you kill, that is considered as a killing. Okay, any question?
So, Sherry, just give me a minute now. There's one question in the chat, Bhante. The first type of killing, does that include committing suicide? Yep.
This is a controversial one, committing suicide, and many religions, they consider committing suicide as a. Of course, committing suicide is not good. But some people think that committing suicide is a kind of killing, panatipata. But here it just say killing. It does not indicate whether other sentient being or yourself. So I want to say number 1, regarding with the suicide, number 1, the Buddha strongly condemn suicide case. If suicide case is done with the anger, frustration. You don't like this body, you don't like, you have a lot of problem. Then you decided to commit suicide because of frustration, disappointment, depression. Such type of suicide is not good, because your motivation behind your action is not good. So the Buddha strongly condemn such cases. Number two. I think number two is the suicide. Suicide is not a considered panadipada, according to my observation. Because in one time, one of the monks commit suicide. That he didn't kill. It doesn't. It didn't. How to say? He jumped into the cliff. Thinking that he want to kill himself. But one person who is cutting the bamboo, he fall down on that person. That person died. But the monk who jumped into the cliff did not die. And the Buddha say, how to say, especially when somebody kills sentient human being, it's called parajika, the heaviest offense in Vinaya. Now he jumped into the cliff. He fall on one person who is cutting the bamboo, and that person died. So the monks do not have any motivation to kill. So therefore, not considered as a panadipada, killing. Regarding with his suicide, the Buddha laid down. The Buddha told the monks not to commit suicide. If you commit suicide, that means you make an offense. It is called tokata. Not heavy offense in the Vinaya rules. That is one thing. Actually, we have some stories that talk about suicide cases in Pali Canon. Some monks, they commit suicide. I will give you one example. One monk called he was meditating, and he had serious diseases. The moment he attained higher level of concentration, so that disease had coming. Because of that, he fall down from that concentration, samadhi. Then he tried second time. The moment he is concentrated, the moment he attains higher level of concentration, we call it temporary liberation of the mind. His mind is liberated from negative mental state at that particular moment. And because of his disease, then he fall down from that concentration again. So he tried again until 6 times. So he think that if I fall down from this concentration, I will not attain enlightenment. I will not attain enlightenment. I will be going around samsara. He discussed about, he no longer want to be born as a human being or deva or Brahma. He doesn't like to be, he doesn't like to go around samsara. So therefore, he decided to commit suicide. The moment he attained higher level of concentration, he cut his throat. He commit suicide. Then he contemplated, of course, it's very severe pain, and the blood came out from his jujube vein. Then he concentrated on the pain, knowing the nature of feeling. Feeling arises and disappear. Feeling arises, disappear. So contemplating the nature of impermanent nature of feeling, then he attained enlightenment. So in this story, so the Buddha didn't condemn that monk. So that means if somebody who commits suicide without any anger, so for the disappointment of samsara, then it should be, it might be personal choice. So that means, of course, in very often the Buddha condemned suicide cases, because suicide cases happen because of disappointment, depression, negative mental state. So such type of suicide is not good. So therefore, in especially in Jainism, if they have fatal diseases like cancer, like some serious diseases, they trying to practice fasting. They no longer eat anything. Then, because of no food, then they die. So this is a kind of suicide. So if we look at such such cases, I think that suicide is not considered Dhammācariya. But of course, suicide must be decided based on our motivation, whether our suicide is motivated by negative mental state, not good. Mostly, actually, most of the Buddhists, they will consider suicide is not good. Of course, it's not good, but there are some exception. Like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew told that not to use machine, right? If there is, if he need support of machine, not to use it. Let the nature go. So it depends on personal choice. Suppose your father asks you not to use any supporting machine to lengthen, how to say the length of the how to say. Sometimes we need to use a life support machine. But if your parents ask you not to use such one, it is his choice. So we have to respect. Okay. So, any question?
I think Sherry, you have a question. You raise your hand.
Yeah. But there's just a question here, because nowadays there's a lot of social media influence, and then some people give very wrong message, like maybe through game, creating violent game. And some younger people or some people are being influenced by that. So those people who actually create this media, social media, game or even movie, are they also committing a karma in that sense? Or is it the people who actually perceive wrongly and they kill themselves? They are the owner of your own karma, whichever makes sense. Yeah. What makes sense? The person who create this thing, that actually encourage that this is okay to do, or
Violence. Yeah.
or the individual who take the action to kill themselves. Yeah.
Of course, they are the causes of violence and also negative consequences. I'm playing such games, like fighting, killing. So the young people, they become, their mental state became violent and also merciless. So they create such games. I think negative mental state. They look at their honestly personal gain, like they want to get some money.
Yeah.
And because of that, they create such games. So young people are addicted to those games. So the young people, their mental state became restless, also merciless and violent. It creates a lot of problems to their families and also daily relationship. Then those people, and nowadays, we see that there are a lot of gambling and social media.
Mm-mm.
And some young people, so they create stories and also a short video that is a kind of I want to say the kind of those short video attract a lot of people. At the end of the video, and they were announced, they were advertised,
Yes.
gambling game or like that.
Yes.
And that's it create a lot of negative consequences. Suppose suppose a social influencer or maybe celebrity, and if they advertise gaming, then it is not ethical. So by advertising gaming or gambling in their page, so they will earn a lot of money. Greedy people, they may do that, but ethical people will not do that. They look at even advertisement. If this advertisement that the product is genuine or good, they will advertise. If the product is not good, they will not. But unethical people will not take care. So if they have a bit money, they will advertise, and they, of course, they are the source of negative consequences. Like you as if the creator or the producer of game, so that create a lot of violence. So they also create a lot of violence, and they will have a negative consequence in their life.
So that is a karma by itself, right?
Yeah, you're right.
The unsold, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is also a wrong livelihood, I believe. Because now a lot of social media making money through all this promotion.
So in our village, alcohol shop. So he always say that he can control his sense not to drink alcohol. even though he is selling alcohol to the whole village, when his son are staying, of course he can control. They are not drinking. But when they grow old, they also drink alcohol. So they become drinker. So that means selling alcohol is unwholesome actions. So one way or another, he will have a negative consequences. Just say something.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so let me finish 2 slides. Then I will finish my talk. So here, if we can abstain from killing sentient beings, that will be wholesome karma. So the Buddha say here, someone have been abandoned destruction of life, abstain from destruction of life. With the rod and weapon lay aside. No weapon, no rod. Conscientious is a it's shame to kill, to harm sentient beings. He is very kind. He dwells compassionate toward all living beings. So very compassionate toward all living beings, whether human being or non-human being, animals, compassionate. So here, not only abstaining from killing, and you lay aside all the weapons and rods. You're very kind, you practice kindness, you dress compassionate, you live with the compassion. Not just abstaining from killing, and you practice kindness and compassion. You have to refrain from any type of weapons. Then that is wholesome deed. So unwholesome deed, killing, harming sentient beings. Then if you refrain from killing, if you practice kindness and compassion toward all sentient beings, that will be wholesome deed. Then I want to make a conclusion. So we need to we refrain from killing. In that way, we have security of life. Singapore is safe. No fighting, no killing. Because of that, you can go anywhere safe. Because everybody abstain from killing. But if you go to fighting place, just like in Ukraine, not safe. Because they are fighting. So that means we refrain from killing because we will have a security of life. So that is the purpose of keeping precept, purpose of practicing sila in our life. Okay, that's all for today. So next week I will discuss other unwholesome actions, other karma.